size. We're just going to do a nice steady slow flick through the Monstarot by Joanna Nelson. This is the travel size version that I've got. I lusted after this deck for absolutely years, and I tried to hunt it down. Nobody was giving this deck up. Not a soul was giving this deck up. She finally brought it back out again, but by that point I'd realised that big cards weren't really my thing. You know, I don't really work with them because I find I've got little hands, so I find that I struggle with the bigger size cards. So I was quite happy. I was going to give it a miss purely for that reason, just purely because I just didn't want it sat there and not being used. And I was quite pleased to find out that she brought out the travel size. Now, with it being a travel size, it is bigger than the standard pocket tarot travel size decks that you get. So the Wild Unknown pocket deck there, just for a bit of a comparison, and I'll show you the sides of the cards. It comes in this absolutely adorable little clamshell box. That's the inside. You get quite a beefy little guidebook with this as well, considering the size of the deck. So I feel like you get a decent amount of information, and it's actually a really nice, pleasant read as well. So the guidebook by Trish Sullivan. And she's done a fantastic job as well. So with it being pocket size, as I say, let me get a Wild Unknown one out. This is the standard sizes of my pocket decks, or of my mini decks. So you can see that it is actually not much smaller than a standard tarot. So it's not mini sized. I think I would have been quite happy if it was mini sized anyway, because the images are quite clear. But I'm quite happy with the size that I got. I'll zoom us in a little bit. So this is the backs. And they are reversible. It's quite a chunky little deck. And the cardstock is like a matte, I don't know, is it like silk? Like silk matte. So it catches the light, but it's not really glary. They feel nice, and they bend back as well. They've got a good bend to them. I'll have a nosy through. So the star, the Fool, sorry. I'm saying the star because I'm looking at the bleeding star. So he's got his bag, he's got his little buddy with him. And two little buddies because the flowers have got a face. And I love this deck because even though it's like cartoony, like proper cartoony and proper childlike wonder, I would say, if you look at the faces really emote on this deck. They really emote, and you wouldn't think that from a cartoony, like monstery deck. You just wouldn't get it. You won't think it. But I hunted this deck for ages and nobody would give it up. So I am glad that it come out again in the smaller size. Magician. High Priestess. Like that they give her antennas on this, like she's picking up signals from the universe. The Empress. Absolutely adorable. Now Joanna's brought out actually a oracle deck that follows the little ant in the background. Little bug in the background, so have a look for that as well. It's really cute. The Emperor. The Hierophant. the Lovers, the Chariot. I don't know if I've said, but as far as I'm aware, this version, the small version, is still available on our website, on Etsy. Strength. The Hermit. Gives me kind of Yoda meets Mr. Miyagi vibes. This Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. And I absolutely adore that little devilly creature down here is literally petting the fluff ball as it's going past. Can we just appreciate that for a minute? It's absolutely absolutely adorable. And it does, and it's like the first thing that comes to my mind when I see this, because I was having a bit of a shit old time when I first got this deck, and it just reminded me, like, to don't let a bit of bad luck, don't let being like kind of on a downswing suck the joy out of everything in your life. And it kind of gave me that vibe, and it kind of cemented the deck in my heart a little bit. Justice. Hanged Monster. Death. Temperance. The Devil. Tower. Star. Moon. The Sun. Judgment. I go wonky now, and the World. And then we get an extra card in it, which is the Luminary. I can't remember if this was at the start or the end when I first got it. But you could use that either as a placeholder, as your significator. But the card actually does have a meaning as well. It has its own meaning in the deck as well, so you could just have it as part of the deck. I've just put them in whatever order I felt like. So I've got the Pentacles first. That Ace. Two. 3, 4, 5. I was going to say they're not slippy cards near here. I'm knocking them. It's only because I'm trying to keep them straight that they're knocking all over. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, bloody this stuck to me somewhere, it keeps popping up, and 10. Page, Knight, Queen, and King. Then the swords with the ace, 2. You just gotta love the toothy little grins and stuff, haven't you? It's so cute. 3. And do you know what? Do you know, like, even like if you had a kid, if you've got kids and you wanted to get like a tarot deck for your kids, this would be fantastic because the little book is absolutely amazing. Given that it's like a little monster story, I'm obviously going to read one, but given that it's a little monster story and that it really gets across what it's about, which I think is fantastic. Got the 3. His little grey rain clouds. Look at his face. 4. 5, and this one is where, like, when I was first flicking through it, and I'm like, oh, it's really emotive because, like, even though he's won, even though he's got all his swords and everything and they're off in the background, you can kind of see on his little face that he's like, oh, what have I done? It's absolutely adorable. 6. And like, even in this one, you've got like the main one that's ferrying him across, but this little ant here has got its hand on the shoulder of the one in front, and it's just, oh, it's darling, it's so cute. 7. 8. I like the way it gives the idea as well. Like she's literally got her eyes closed, or he. I'm assuming it's a she because of the dress and the flower. But they've got their eyes closed, and their own tail is like kind of what's twisting around themselves and keeping themselves pinned. I think it's really, she's done a really, really good job with this deck. It's absolutely amazing. 9. There's a little teddy bear. Me having my bleeding night terrors. On the 10. And I like the 10's not like been sprawled on the floor or anything like that. It's almost like they're giving energies to each other here. And got the meditation pose going on. And, you know, it's a difficult time for sure, but you don't need to let it overwhelm you. Page. With wide eyes. Knight. She does another deck as well, but I think that one's sold out, and I've got my BD. I want that one now. I'm hoping she brings that one back out. And the Queen. And the King. Ace of Wands. Two. Three. 4. 5. 6. Riding his snail to victory. It don't matter how you get, you know, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You get there when you get there. It's still worth celebrating. Seven. 8. Oh God, where is this? I've got a bleeding hair stuck on my sleeve somewhere. Where are you? It's off me and molting like nobody's business. 8. The 9. And 10. I like that he's got a little buddy there that's carrying a load of sticks as well. Page. Knight. I think my most favourite queen of any queen, any Queen of Wands. Look at a teddy bear. And the cat. It's my mate. This is one of my mates with her black cat. And the king with his teddy bear as well. I love the way they've given like sassy eyes on this. Sassy eyes with a teddy bear. Ace of Cups. Just to get the idea of an offering or a blessing. 2. 3. Do you know what? About 5 times I used this deck before I realised that the lant's hiding in amongst the grapes. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I kind of love that it's really simple as well, this deck, because like you've just got the monsters and then like a bit of a scene going on, but it's not overly detailed, and I think that it just adds to it that it's not overly detailed. I think it could have been very easily ruined. Like the whimsy of it could have been very, very easily distracted from. Or the clarity of it. The page. With whirling emotions. The Knight. Queen. And the King with his flying jellyfish. So it's, I don't know, I can't remember if it says anywhere what card stock it is. So you get like a little welcome to the world of the little monsters. Bit about the card, a couple of spreads. You get one that's specific to the deck, the Illuminate Your Mind spread. The Illuminary came first then, and must have. It's actually a stitch bound book as well. And as I say, you get a fair bit of information. Let's have a look. So it's quite thick cardstock, but it shuffles all right. So I tend to side shuffle. I probably would be able to full shuffle this one quite easily. I don't like doing this though because I have a tendency to be a bit heavy-handed and bend the decks. It shuffles all right. It shuffles well overhand. No, I don't really fan decks out, but let's see. I do test them to see if they will, but I don't think this one does very well. I think it, yeah, it's a bit, I mean, yeah, a bit clumpy. Let's pull a card. Oops, daisies. Got the Hierophant. So keywords are guidance, tradition and knowledge, artist interpretation, carrying a very special tree branch as his sceptre and wearing a sacred cape around his fur. The Hierophant stands between two birch trees, burning one white ritual one white ritual candle upon his antler. He's an educator and here to share his wisdom, experience the old ways and traditions. So the card meaning, you have a choice between listening to advice and following a conventional path or ignoring others and going it alone. The Hierophant recommends that you go with the flow in situations. He is a traditionalist, a role model, and has wisdom to impart. The trees forming pillars behind him are suggestive of an entranceway. He can open doors to you and act as a guide, offering illumination with the candle on his antler, but only if you listen to his teachings and play by the rules. So you do get a fair bit of information from all, I'd say. And like I say, just even from that, from the little guidebook, I would have been really happy with this as a first deck, as like literally a first. I think this would be a fantastic first deck, and it'd also be really good for kids as well because it's beautiful. I don't keep my, as adorable as this box is, which I'd probably use it for travelling, I don't know. I keep mine and found a little bag for it, so mine lives in here. A little wrap. I got this off Amazon, and it fits them quite nicely with the book in there. So that has been a look at my Monstarot.